How's it going, everybody? I'm Ty Hutchins, and this is a video of how to remove and install injectors on a 12 valve Cummins of any year from 89 to 97. It's all the same. Anybody who knows anything about 12 valves knows that they're loved for their simplicity. Um, very easy to work on. Everything's right there and accessible. So let's get into it. For starters, you want to remove the turbo and the exhaust manifold, and then they're pretty much right there for you. You can do it with a wrench or a socket, but I wouldn't recommend it because they do have a little check ball on the centerpiece of the injector that lock it in place so it can't spin freely inside. So what I would recommend is getting a special tool from your local parts store or Cummins themselves. They'll send you this little slide piece, and it has a nut on top, fits a socket or a wrench, and you slip it down over the injector, and you put your wrench or your ratchet on top, and you simply just tighten it, and you'll feel it pop, and that's normal. That's what you want to feel. And you keep wrenching on it until you feel it pull the injector up through the cup piece. And then once you pull the ratchet or wrench off, you can remove your special tool, and it'll drop the injector right out. And Cummins are straight six engines. They're not a V8 diesel. So what you can do is, once you get the first one, you just work your way on back, and they're all right there on the exhaust manifold side. And you just, one at a time, put your slide on. Like I said, you put your wrench or your ratchet on, and you tighten them all until you feel it pop. And yeah, you just repeat that process until you get all six out. And then you want to kind of examine them, make sure no tips have broken off, none of the modules are broken. And then you get your new injectors, and it's kind of a exact opposite of the removal process. You can start hand threading them into the block, and then you put your slide piece on, your special tool, get your ratchet or wrench back out, and you go from there. One at a time. You just snug them up by hand first, is what I always like to do, just to be sure that you don't snap them off into the block, because that's a whole nother problem that you don't want to deal with. So once you get them hand tight, you just you take your ratchet, and you just kind of go a quarter turn past tight. You don't want to go stupid tight. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to snap them off. So once you get all that done, and you get all six injectors put back in, you reinstall your manifold with a brand new gasket, torque your studs down, and then reinstall the turbo and the pedestal, and that's pretty much it. Very simple injector remove and replace. Nothing like the V8 diesels. You don't have to pull the valve covers and tear into the valve train like you would on a later model 24 valve Cummins or a Duramax or a Power Stroke. So that's basically it. I hope this helps, and I hope that you can use this information to help you do your injectors. Thanks. Have a good one.